Good evening, high school baseball fans, and welcome out to Cabinets Field. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you. We got a doubleheader tonight. A couple of 29 5A ball games, and looks like we're still waiting for the umpires here at this one. But we can get you rolling here. We'll get you some starting lineups for these two ball clubs. The Moody Trojans hosting the Victoria West Warriors in the first ball game. And let's go ahead and get you those starting lineups. We'll start with the visitors, the Victoria West Warriors. Warriors coming in, they are 12-15 overall, 4-9 in district play under the direction of head coach Manuel Alvarado. And let's get you the lineup for the Warriors. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Took a picture. Might be a little bit easier to read the names here. Here we go. Leading things off for the Warriors will be the shortstop, Blake Bazell. Batting second, wearing number 18, is the right fielder, Orlando DeLeo. Batting third is the third baseman, number 12, Blaine Zeppelin. In the cleanup spot, first baseman, number 21, Colton Matus. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 6, Brandon Solis. Batting sixth for the Warriors will be the second baseman, number 23, Arnold Canales. Batting seventh and on the mound, number 17, Braden Good. Batting eighth for West, left fielder, number 9, Trey Pacheco. Actually, Pacheco, there's a DH in the 8-hole, and that is going to be Kobe Wazacek. So Wazacek will bat for Pacheco. And then batting ninth for the Warriors will be number 11, the right fielder, Tyler Blasky. And that is the starting lineup for the Victoria West Warriors. They are wearing their red jerseys with white trim, white pants, and some of the guys wearing those red stockings, red caps.
Pretty sweet
for the Warriors.
Stirrups are always a good look if you wear it the right way.
They got them pretty cool over there.
Yeah, it looks sweet.
Some of the guys with the red shoes, so they got the whole red and white look going on. Let's get you the starting lineup for the home team, the Moody Trojans. The Moody Trojans coming in overall 15-12, 4-9 in district play under the direction of head coach Joe Curiel. And here's the starting lineup for the Trojans.
Yeah, leading off will be the center fielder, number 8, AJ Hernandez. Batting second, the second baseman, number 12, Derek Hernandez. Batting third will be the shortstop, number 21, Aiden Gonzalez. Batting fourth will be the designated hitter, number 22, Damian Sanchez. Sanchez hits for the pitcher tonight, number 5, Jojo Escobedo. Batting fifth will be the first baseman, number 20, Nomar Sainz. Batting sixth will be the left fielder, number 23, James Perales. Batting seventh will be the right fielder, number 14, John Everett. Batting eighth will be the catcher, number 27, Chris Escamilla. And batting ninth will be the third baseman, number 9, Josh Gonzalez.
Got some interesting ball games going on around the area. I don't know if we're having a little bit of issues here with the, might be the internet here. Usually works pretty good. Tonight.
Yeah, got the Carroll Tigers going over to Flower Bluff, probably the biggest game in the district. The teams are fighting for that fourth spot. Right now, the Flower Bluff Hornets only half a game lead over the Carroll Tigers, so if Carroll can win that ball game, they will leapfrog the Flower Bluff Hornets, and if the Hornets can win it, I don't think it for sure gets them in, but it definitely inches them closer.
A win tonight, though, would eliminate the Tigers.
Oh, okay.
There would be no possibility for
Gotcha.
the best they could do at that point
Tie.
would be to tie the Hornets, and the Hornets would have swept them in district play. So a big ball game for both of those clubs, like you said, but perhaps much bigger for the Carroll Tigers as their season.
That's a team that has everything. You're hitting on all cylinders right now. So
Yeah, absolutely. And a matchup that the prediction on that matchup for tonight would be Nick Matrides and perhaps Bailey Jones for the Flower Bluff Hornets. Not too sure, but that would be probably my prediction of who would start for those two ball clubs. And
talked to somebody actually, Jake, and they said, oh well, we beat Nick Matrides the first time around. I said, he's a completely different pitcher along with a different completely ball club. Coach Marcelo, I'm not sure where I heard the article, but he did a little interview and he was like, Nick Matrides took some tough losses, but ever since Dudley came back, it's just been it brought out a different Nick Matrides. It's just been a competition every day at practice, and that's what it takes. Then we have another big ball game after us tonight. The Ray Texans already punched their ticket into the playoffs, but the King Mustangs are still fighting. Gonna need a lot of things to go their way, but if they can't find a way to win tonight, that'll knock out the King Mustangs from the playoffs. So
Yes, that is correct. Big ball game for the King Mustangs as well, like you said, and some 4A, some big ball games going on in 4A as well tonight, Justin. And let me pull up the schedule here so we can have a look at what's going on around the area. And this can't be right. Let's see if I can find the actual composite schedule of everything going on, because I believe tonight Alice, Toloso, Midway, and it's Alice, Toloso, Midway, and
TM.
Well, TM, Alice, and there's one more team, and they're all battling for the second spot in that district. Let's see if I can find the full. Here it is, the full schedule right here. So Alice has Zapata tonight, in Zapata, Calallen and Kingsville, and in that district also Tolosa, Midway, and Robstown. That's a big ball game right there. If the Robstown Cotton Pickers can get the win there, I believe that would force a three-way tie for that second spot in that district. So there'd be 3 teams, and I believe they have all clinched a playoff spot. They're just trying to get, seeding at this point in that particular district. We're gonna pause briefly to bring you the national anthem.
Students and fans of the proper etiquette during flag ceremonies. The United States flag is a symbol of our great country, and accordingly, all of us should honor that symbol by standing, placing our right hands over our hearts, and gentlemen should remove your hats. Remember, silence is a form of respect, and everyone should remain standing until the national anthem is played.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It's game time.
Lift off.
So sit back and enjoy the ride right here on Blast Vision.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you tonight. Doubleheader here from Cabinets Field. 29 5A action for you in both ball games. This first one, the Moody Trojans hosting the Victoria West Warriors, and then in the nightcap, it's the Ray Texans and the King Mustangs. And we'll keep an eye on some ball games, as we mentioned, going on around the area. Some big ball games, perhaps, like I said, for 29 5A anyway, none bigger than that Carroll game at Flower Bluff. So we'll check on that one. They're scheduled for a 7 p.m. first pitch, so we'll check on it late in this ball game.
These two teams kind of playing for that, trying to stay away from the bottom of the district standing. So kind of getting ready for building some momentum, I guess, for next year is what this ball game is. And some people take it for granted that they're guaranteed to play baseball after high school, and we all know, Jake, that's not always true. And for these seniors on both these ball clubs, that they're only guaranteed 3 more games. I think for West it's 2 more games. So that's kind of the point we're at in this season, as we're 1 week away from playoffs. I guess 2 full weeks, but 1 week of games, regular season games, and then it's on, Jake. I kind of already been doing a little bit of looking forward, trying to see maybe who's going to play who. Yeah, and man, that first round's going to be some good games, but if and when those teams get to the second round, it's definitely going to be some really good baseball, some really good ball clubs. I believe it's District 29 5A and District 30 5A are meeting up in the first round, and once you start getting the MAC High teams and the Sharyland Pioneers, we're going to be in for some good baseball. So
Interesting thing, Justin. 2 weeks ago, we did a Saturday game here, and the coach for Sharyland Pioneer was here watching. Ball game between Moody and Ray, I believe. But he was here, and he was here most of the day.
Yeah, that's how it goes, Jake. You never underestimate the teams that their coaches go out there and scout, and I feel like it never ends.
First pitch is gonna miss for a ball. The batter for the West Warriors is Blake Bazell. 2-0 the count. On the mound for the Moody Trojans is Jojo Escobedo. We'll get you some numbers on Jojo here in a second. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike.
I can just touch on one more thing, Jake. That just shows the dedication of these coaches. That it doesn't just end right when practice ends or school ends. These guys are traveling. That pitch is going to be fouled off to the right side, and a lot of people want to be a coach, but they don't realize that how much actually goes into it, along with teaching as well. So
yeah, absolutely.
if you're going to coach baseball, you're going to have to teach a class. So
you hear a lot of these coaches, Justin, say, man, I feel like I see these kids more than I see my own kids. And that's the dedication that's required if you want to have a successful ball club. That one's going to be popped up to the first baseman, Nomar Signs, and he'll squeeze it in foul territory, 1 away. So defensive alignment for Moody in the outfield, left to right, Perales, Hernandez, and Everett. Signs at first, Hernandez at second, Aiden Gonzalez, the shortstop, Josh Gonzalez, the third baseman, Chris Escamilla behind the dish, and Jojo Escobedo on the mound. Orlando DeLeo digs in, first pitch swinging, grounds one to Gonzalez at short. The throw over to first is offline, but Signs with the swipe tag right there, 2 away.
Third baseman, number 12, Blaine Zeppelin.
That's going to bring up the Warrior third baseman, Blaine Zeppelin.
what a toss. Just tossed the bat 30 feet up in the air.
Let's get you some numbers on JoJo here. He is 2-0 on the season in 3 starts, 8 appearances though for the young man. He's done some pitching in relief. That pitch called strike.
Done a really good job, Jake.
Yeah, his relief work. 21 1/3 innings for the young man. 15 runs, 12 earned on 21 hits, 11 walks, and 32 strikeouts. And that's second on the team, or rather third on the team. He's right underneath Richie Roman and Christian Rodriguez, but in only 21 1/3 innings pitched. So he has a bunch of strikeouts, and he's ahead in the count, 2-0 here. And that pitch is going to miss, so 1-2 the count. That pitch is going to be ripped foul.
That fielder, James Perales, had no idea where that ball was. Threw his hands up in the air.
He's still kind of putting the hands out there like I never saw it.
Lucky for him, it hooked foul.
1-2 count. Another 1-2 pitch coming up. Escobedo gets the sign he wants. Here comes the pitch, and low and outside. 2-2. This young man, Zeppelin, just a junior, batting .328 coming in. 22 hits in 67 at bats, 4 doubles, and 11 runs driven in for Zeppelin. Full count.
Great at bat here.
And pitches a ball. So Zeppelin on his way to first base.
First baseman number 21, Colton Matus.
So 1 on with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Colton Matus to the plate. He is the Warrior first baseman. And Matus, he is a senior, batting .222. 14 hits in 63 at bats. 3 doubles, 10 runs driven in. First pitch called strike. Swing and a miss. First pickoff move for JoJo.
A guy that we like, he likes to throw it over there.
He'll wear you out.
Wear us out.
Strike 3 called. So Matus retired for out number 3 here in the top of the first. No runs, hits, or errors. 1 man left on base. And we head to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Trojans coming to bat when we come back. Last Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Call him Escobar. Did you hear that?
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Welcome back. Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you in this one. No score. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Due up for Moody, top of the order. AJ Hernandez, Derek Hernandez, and Aiden Gonzalez scheduled up. On the mound, Braden Good. So Good will do the pitching for the West Warriors. Let's get you the defensive alignment, then I'll get you some numbers on Braden. Pacheco, DeLeo, and Blasky in the outfield left to right. Matus at first, Canales at second, Bazell the shortstop, Zeppelin at third. Solis behind the plate, and Braden Good on the mound. Braden Good, the junior, he is 3-5 on the season, a 5.37 ERA, and 28 2/3 innings pitched, 35 runs, 22 earned on 32 hits, 20 walks, and 34 strikeouts for Braden Good.
That's pretty good. No pun intended.
It's pretty good.
First pitch to Hernandez in there, called strike 1.
Lefty-lefty matchup.
It's crazy to think, Jake, that from where we started to where we're at now, it felt like just yesterday the season started and we're knocking on the door to the playoffs already. So
and it goes like that every
Yeah.
season.
Called a lot of ball games early on.
This is ball game number 88 for Blast Vision.
Man, that pitch going to miss outside, ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
I counted them up last night.
Man, that's
It's
a lot
pretty
of games.
crazy. We'll finish with 98, I believe, before playoffs start.
That pitch going to miss inside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to the leadoff hitter, Hernandez.
AJ batting 224 coming in, 13 for 58. A double and a triple, 9 runs driven in.
3-1 pitch going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. Three-two pitch, going to miss up for ball 4. So it'll be a leadoff walk for the Trojans. That'll bring up the second baseman, Derek Hernandez.
Second baseman number 12, Derek Hernandez.
Young man really coming on of late. Believe he's leading the team in hitting, batting
Yes.
400 on the year. 32 hits in 80 at-bats. He has 5 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 home run. That pitch going to miss down for ball 1. Believe the home run he got was inside the park.
Yes, it was.
Counts the same.
Probably the most fun type of home run to watch.
You really got to earn that one. Pickoff attempt over to first base, not in time. Derek, only a junior, so him and the guy on deck going to be a big piece of the Trojans going forward. As that 1-0 pitch going to miss outside. It's kind of good, Jake, or it's really good when you can look at your team, say for next year, and 2 important positions up the middle. Your shortstop and second baseman are going to be returning. That's a big thing. That 2-0 pitch going to be hit hard down right field line. The ball's going to get down fair. Going to roll all the way to the fence. So we'll see these 2 guys run around the bases. They're going to wave AJ Hernandez around. Derek Hernandez on his way to third as well. And Hernandez in there safely.
RBI triple for Derek Hernandez.
What he does.
And you said it, we got to see him run, both of those young men.
Been a while since we got to see AJ Hernandez get around those bases like that.
21, Aiden Gonzalez.
That'll bring up Aiden Gonzalez, junior shortstop. Another young man who's been swinging the bat well. First pitch in there called strike 1.
Aiden and Derek, they've been playing baseball together since they were little kids, and you can see the chemistry not just on the field but in the dugout. They're just very familiar with each other, and both times that I've interviewed them for pregame stuff, you can tell. I mean, one feeds off the other, and they're fun to watch together.
0-1 pitch going to miss inside. You always look on a team, Jake, and I always say the 2 closest, besides the pitcher and catcher, the 2 closest teammates are your second baseman and your shortstop. Takes a lot of work to perfect those double plays. That 1-1 pitch can be hit to the shortstop. The third baseman, excuse me. Going to fire it over to first in time for out number 1. I was talking about second baseman and shortstop too much.
Designated hitter number 22, Damian Sanchez.
Mistake my fielders there. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Damian Sanchez.
This young man with a pinch hit home run in that game against Flower Bluff.
First pitch going to miss down for ball 1. Yeah, Jake, and he took that oppo. We had just talked about on the broadcast that I had not seen a home run at that field. 1-0 pitch in there called strike 1.
It's my understanding that they're pretty rare to come by because of the way the wind blows there. So,
And it was blowing in that night. You just hit it perfect. Cut through the wind.
he is batting .316 coming in, 6 hits and 19 at bats, 1 double and 1 home run, 10 runs driven in.
That 1-1 pitch going to miss up for ball 2. Yeah, dealt with some injuries and other stuff going on throughout the season. That pitch going to miss down for ball 3. Just never really got a chance to get comfortable in there because it was just like get started in an injury or something would come up, and I mean, we've seen him, Jake. He can swing the bat. The 3-1 pitch can be swung on and miss.
With the way the wind is blowing today, more traditional what we see at Cabinets Field, straight out, literally straight out. The flags are, and it has been blowing. When I was setting up, it sounded like a tornado or something. It was just blowing, whistling around.
That 3-2 pitch can be swung on and miss for strike 3, so that'll bring up the first baseman, Nomar Signs. These are the kind of days I like to hit.
First baseman number 20, Nomar Signs.
Man, I want to grab a bat and hit. What was my thought when I was setting up. I was like, man, I want to hit today.
First pitch swung on and miss from Signs.
Nomar Signs batting .368, 25 for 68, 7 doubles and a home run. He's driven in 14.
0-1 pitch going to be fouled back. Hung that curveball there. So 0-2 count here to Signs. Good in the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Gonna miss for ball 1. Victoria West did not like that call.
Looked a little bit up.
So 1-2 count here to Signs. 1-2 pitch can be swung on and miss for strike 3. So for Moody, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on as we head into the top of the second inning. It'll be Solis, Gonzalez, and Good. You're listening to Blast Vision Live.
Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you. Doubleheader from Cabinets Field tonight. First ball game, Moody Trojans hosting the Victoria West Warriors. In the nightcap, we'll have Ray and King. As we mentioned, we'll check in on those ball games as they start to roll around. Most everybody else, the 7 p.m. first pitch. So we'll start to check in on those ball games around the area. So Brendan Solis will lead things off here in the top of the second. 1-0 Moody. And the first pitch from Escobedo in there for a strike. Brendan Solis, a senior, looks at a ball outside. Batting .327 coming into the ball game. 16 hits and 49 at-bats. Couple of doubles and 5 runs driven in for the senior catcher. 1-1 pitch from Escobedo, misses low and outside. 2-0, or 2-1 rather. And that one's going to be fouled out of play. 2-2. Timeout called by Solis. So the Trojans scoring a run in the bottom of the first. A leadoff walk and an RBI triple by Derek Hernandez. 1-0 ball game. And that pitch is going to miss inside, so a full count on Solis. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Warriors here in this top of the second. And the 3-2 pitch going to miss low and outside. So now a leadoff walk for the Warriors.
Gonna see if they can answer back.
Second baseman number 23, Arnold Canales.
Arnold Canales will dig in. He is the Warriors' second baseman. And Canales.
Runner number 2, Diaz, will come in to run.
Canales also a senior, batting 190. He has 4 hits in 21 at-bats. A double and 3 runs driven in. So the senior second baseman will dig in. 1 on, nobody out.
Courtesy runner first base, Adam Diaz.
So Adam Diaz over at first base. Signs holds the runner. Escobedo going to give him a peek. Set at the belt. And the pitch misses low.
Got him leaning.
Signs will tag him out. So great move right there by Jojo Escobedo, and Diaz.
Got helped by the turf monster there.
Yeah, he couldn't get back. They got a little bit tripped up. So 1 away. And the base is empty. 1-0
See that
count.
from time to time with this turf, kind of cleats get caught up in the turf and lose your footing.
And that pitch misses low. 2-0.
Would say they don't play on turf fields, but
They
their
do.
home field is turf field
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
sometimes you give your team a couple games to get used to it, but
Fouled off. 2-1. I wonder though. So Riverside Stadium is a turf field. It's turf in the infield and grass in the outfield. But I imagine they practice, at the schools in their grass fields. So swing and a miss. 2-2. Just like the CCISD schools, they practice at their home ballparks, which are grass, and then they have to play play their home games here on turf. Swing and a miss. Jojo Escobedo comes all the way back to strike out Canales for out number 2.
a lot of times you'll see these schools, they do have turf football fields at all the high schools, so you'll see these teams go and take their ground balls and on the football field. The football field is made. They made all the football fields with. That pitch gonna be grounded to the first baseman. Signs over to first himself. I'll finish that thought later on.
For the Warriors, no runs, hits, or errors. No one left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning, and the Trojans with a 1-0 lead. Blast Vision Live from Cabinet.
Johnny Luna with Auto Nation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. Auto Nation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Justin Perales, Jake Vasquez on the call.
Second for Moody, left fielder number 23, James Perales.
We head to the bottom of the second inning, 6-7-8 due up for the Trojans. James Perales leading things off for Moody, playing left field today. Big cut right there. Swings and misses. James batting .267 coming into this ball game, 20 for 75, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 15 runs driven in.
0-1 pitch going to miss down for ball 1, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Got things flying all over the field here. Trash.
This wind is crazy.
1-1 pitch can be swung on and missed for strike 2. One-two pitch can be fouled back. Everett getting a little workout in. Chasing these foul balls. So the 1-2 pitch again. Good in the windup. Ball's going to be hit foul to the right side.
Really got into that one, Justin, but hooked it foul.
Luckily, nobody's sitting over there. 1-2 pitch going to be hit to the left side. Bazell going to pick it up and going to call him out at first.
Just beat the throw. Just beat him down there. That was close over there at first base. 1 away.
Jonathan Everett.
So 1 down for the Trojan right fielder, John Everett.
First pitch to Everett going to be a check swing, going to foul it off the net here.
John Everett.
0-1 pitch. Going to be popped up high in the infield. Second baseman calling everybody off. Not going to make that play, though.
Yeah, fighting the wind right there.
So Everett will reach on an error.
Everett came in batting .254, 15 for 59. A double and 12 runs driven in. That's going to bring up the catcher, Chris Escamilla. Escamilla, he is batting .242. 8 hits and 33 at-bats, 3 doubles and a triple, 7 runs driven in.
First pitch going to be hit high into the right side. Ball's going to just get out of play. Could have got that a little more in. It would have fallen at least for 2. Oh, 1 pitch, going to miss inside. Popped the mitt a little bit there.
Yeah,
Was
Braden good. Sounded good.
Working the inside. Lefty coming in on a righty. 1-1 pitch. Going to be popped up into center field. Center fielder DeLeo going to camp under and make the play for out number 2. So that'll bring up the third baseman, number 9.
Josh Gonzalez.
Josh Gonzalez.
Almost didn't recognize him over at third base. He's got his pants down today.
Yeah.
A little different look for Gonzalez. Josh Gonzalez coming in batting .235.
First pitch can be in there, called strike 1.
16 for 68, a double and 2 triples, 9 runs driven in.
Oh, one pitch can be a curveball, swung on and missed for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch going to be fouled off the net here. Talked a little about scouting, Jake. Coach Yeager spending his off day at the ballpark.
Scouting the West Warriors. They face the Warriors one more time this season. Eagles have already punched their ticket to the playoffs, but certainly do not want to. Runner in motion right there, and that pitch is going to be fouled off. Can't get it to stay fair. So Everett already
Almost
at third
worked out
base.
there.
They're going to have to go back. The Eagles, talking to Coach Yeager earlier in the season, they really want to stay in either the 1 or 2 spot. They were challenging for the 1 spot. Still have a chance. They need a little help, but they don't want to drop to third place. They've looked ahead too, Justin. Don't like what they see.
That pitch going to just miss outside. Good. Trying to get that ball to come back in. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can see trash flying all over the field and outfield. 1-2 pitch going to be hit right at the second baseman. Canales thought about going to second base, but going to go to first base in time for out number 3. So for the Trojans, that is no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. As we head into the top of the third, it'll be Waldachek,
Lasky,
and Bazell. You listen to Blast Vision Live.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call. We are in the top of the third inning. 1-0 Moody lead. Moody hosting the Victoria West Warriors. And leading things off for the Warriors will be Colby Wazacek. Wazacek, the designated hitter. He bats for the left fielder Polanco. Trey Pacheco, rather. So Wazacek looks at ball 1. Wazacek, a senior, batting .268. 11 for 41. 2 doubles and 5 runs driven in. Fouls off the 1-0 pitch, so 1-1 to count. That one is hit deep into left field, but it's slicing foul. Gets into the bullpen. Perales gives it chase over there. So 1-2 the count now on Wazacek. 9-1-2 due up in the Warrior order. Kind of a lazy Friday.
Yeah.
Right?
The weather's been kind of looking like it wanted to rain all day. Definitely cleared up in certain parts.
That one ripped right back up the middle and down for a base hit. So Wazacek with the leadoff single.
Ball's hit hard.
Right fielder number 11.
First
Tyler
hit of the ball
Blasky.
game for the Warriors, and that's going to bring up Tyler Blasky, the right fielder. Blasky, a senior, leads the team batting .571, but only 4 hits in 7 at-bats.
Cabello trying to quick pitch him there.
A couple of runs driven in. He does have a triple as well.
You got any young listeners out there? Every time you try to quick pitch or change up your delivery, it always ends up it hurts you more than it hurts the batter.
Showing bunt, and he stabbed at it, fouled it off maybe.
You see guys in the pros like Marcus Stroman and Johnny Cueto, they kind of do that kind of shimmy, whatever they call it, delivery, the Louis Tiant delivery, and the kids now, like we always talk about, it trickles down, and now everybody wants to try to change up their delivery. And
again, showing bunt, rolling down the first base line, foul territory. Signs fields it in foul territory, so 1-2 the count.
the more I talk, the more I sound like I'm getting older, Jake.
You
Gonna
are,
say, just
Justin.
leave it up there. Don't always have to copy everything they do. I had enough trouble just getting guys not to hit the ball so hard against me that I didn't want to add no different things to my delivery and all that. I was good for 2 starts on the mound a year. I was okay with that. They used to just leave me over at first base. Say, catch the ball, man.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
that one. Just
we
catch
got other
it.
pitchers here.
Ran across a swing and a miss. One away. Ran across a Facebook memory the other day of you, and I wanna say it was
Blake Bazell.
I don't know, it was a recording that I saw, but it was a play that you made against the Longhorns. So I guess it was the Longhorn Network, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's always fun to go
got a
down
little-
memory lane.
You got a little shout out from those guys. You really impressed the Longhorn Network on that play you made. It was a diving grab. You were diving glove side over at first base when
The
you were playing
coolest-
for the Islanders.
Coolest thing about that was Roger Clemens' son that hit that ball, so it's probably the coolest thing. Got
So-
to meet Roger Clemens my senior year at the Hooks banquet, and he shook my hand and he wrapped his hand all the way around mine. It was nuts. Wasn't much taller than I mean, actually was probably a little bit shorter than I was. But he had some huge hands, some huge arms. Looked like he could still throw 95 plus.
Yeah, that guy knew a thing or two about throwing the baseball.
It's cool. I actually seen him a couple times throughout my baseball career, seeing him play with his sons at tournaments or going to watch his sons.
The
But,
son that hit that baseball, was it the one that plays for the Blue Jays now?
I believe he's with the Detroit Tigers minor
Okay.
league, yeah. I want to say there's one in the minors for the Blue Jays as well.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
This one was Casey Clemens.
Casey
He was
Clemens.
the last one. Talk about families. They've had a lot. Pretty cool thing. I actually looked over after that. Roger Clemens has his own little section at Dishvault Field, and that trying to do a little hit and run there. Ball's gonna be fouled off, and Roger kind of gave me a little nod, like a nice play, kid type nod, and I was fanboying over there after that. kind of sits off to the right of the dugout by himself.
One of those rare pitchers who pitched for rival teams. He pitched for the Red Sox and was loved there, and then he went and pitched for the Yankees and was loved there. Not a lot of pitchers get to do that and get those fans to love you on both sides. Ground ball up the middle, stepping on second for one, over to first base, not in time. That was Aiden Gonzalez who made the play. They get the force out at second, so 2 away. Runner at first base. Blasky reaching on the fielder's choice.
Or
quarterback, Bazell, correct? Rather. Yes, Bazell.
He can move. We see 3 quarterbacks in this district. Nash Villegas, Carter Centerfield, and then Blake Bazell. It's a pretty cool thing. Dual sport athletes.
And all of them really good baseball players as well. So first pitch to DeLeo in there for a strike.
Just kind of go back on Nash Villegas. I mean, we've seen him twice this year, and I've seen him in football games and stuff. But yeah, good luck tackling that guy. I wouldn't. I mean, I'd probably do it, but I didn't want to.
I wouldn't want to either. Pickoff move to first base, and it gets away from Signs. Rounding second and headed to third base is Bazell, and he will make it all the way to third base. So first to third on the errant throw right there by Escobedo.
Right on cue. Somebody just yelled, "That's my quarterback." Someone from the stands. Not sure if that young man's a senior.
He is.
He is, awesome.
He is, yes.
I believe the only quarterback going to be returning next year will be Nash Villegas. Carter Centerfield, a senior as well.
So 2 down, 0-1 count, and the pitch is in the turf.
Talking about football, Jake, some big news coming out today. The Miller Buccaneers are going to be playing Waco La Vega.
I saw that.
Powerhouse football teams. They're going to be coming down to Buccaneer Stadium on a Saturday. That's going to be cool to watch.
I did see that.
Coach Evans just doing a great job. Just not afraid to play the best. You're gonna play 3 of the top teams in your district already. You might as well add another non-district, get you ready for that.
A 1-1 pitch misses inside, so 2-1 to count.
That's enough football talk for the day, though.
It's coming,
we'll
man.
Get there.
It's coming. I believe they're starting football workouts next week.
Yeah, spring ball and all that. So it's crazy.
2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be ripped into left field for a base hit and an RBI. So that error looming big right there as it turns into a run, and that'll tie the ball game 1 run apiece. So DeLeo with his first hit of the ball game, and he drives in Bazell. Blaine Zeppelin to the plate. All of this with 2 outs. Zeppelin, he is no official at bat. He walked his first time up and looks at strike 1. Zeppelin, another football player. He's on that football team for the West Warriors.
It's a big kid. A lot of big kids. Guess that's what I look like playing. Never really see yourself play, so.
Hey, you were one of the bigger kids out there. That's for sure.
I remember people used to always say, I have a bunch of small guys in y'all's team, and we had a couple guys over 6 foot.
Throw down to first base, not in time. Signs holding the runner. DeLeo.
I do remember, though, my brother Jacob was playing in 07. I don't think they had anybody over 6 foot. If they did, it might have been right over.
Rudy Flores, just
under.
under.
One, yeah, just. But other than that, they were just gamers on that team.
Man, sometimes that's all you need, man. Yeah, these teams, you get down, they look at you and they say, these guys, little small guys, and you know what? Don't ever estimate the small guys, man. Baseball's a different sport. It's not like football. You don't have to have big guys,
Yeah.
You just have to have a bunch of heart.
Still cool to look out there and see those 5 state championships CCISD, Corpus schools. Never even noticed the King Mustangs won one.
Yeah, 1967, Bert Hooton. That pitch is going to be lined into the glove of the shortstop Gonzalez for out number 3. But here in the top of the third, scoring 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. We're tied 1 run apiece as we
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
welcome back. Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales in the booth. At the table. In the stands.
All kinds of stuff.
We're in the bottom of the third.
Crack up at this camera in front of us. It's pointed out to left field.
Justin's trying to be a good Samaritan here. Maybe we should just.
I'm gonna let Jake do that because I reach over everything.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
You catch a glimpse of Jake on the camera. Don't be afraid. First pitch from Good, gonna be hit behind the third baseman and the shortstop. Shortstop gonna call him off and make the play for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Thank you, Jake.
Second baseman number 12, Derek Hernandez.
Sometimes you don't want to touch people's stuff, but
it just felt right.
Yeah, it was
the right thing to do.
Way out there, and it wasn't even. It wasn't just a little bit.
Yeah. Somehow it ended up crooked on him.
So first pitch to Hernandez going to miss way outside for ball 1.
Just good karma.
Yeah.
We could use all the good karma we could get.
For sure. Always been a firm believer that good things happen to good people. So.
And I believe that camera belongs to the Victoria West Warriors. Victoria West and Victoria East, 2 teams that they always set up a camera every ball game.
That pitch going to miss up and in for ball 2.
Derek Hernandez with an RBI triple his first time up. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game.
2-0 pitch in there, called strike 1. Kind of hung that one there.
He's a younger brother. I believe he's a
freshman.
A freshman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of size, that kid, not the biggest kid, but been hearing a lot of good things about him.
Younger brother?
Yeah, Damon, I believe his name is. Gonna try to get himself in the lineup somehow next year. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Well, if he has the work ethic of his older brother, then it's very possible that he could do just that.
Yeah, I want to say they get it from their uncle Marcus. Shout out to Marcus Hernandez.
This young man right here works his tail off.
3-2 pitch going to miss outside for ball 4, so it'll be a 1-out walk. That'll bring up the shortstop, Aiden Gonzalez.
Derek Hernandez on base once again. Aiden, I believe he popped up his first time up.
Ground out to third, I believe is what it was.
Ground out to third. You are correct. Darn it.
The one I said shortstop.
Yes, it was.
Pitch going to be fouled off. So just a reminder, we will have the Ray Texans and the King Mustangs coming up after this. As they're going to have Derek Hernandez picked off, but he's going to go into second base, and he's going to get in there safely. Speed kills.
Yeah, it looked like they had him picked off right there. At the very least, we're going to get him in the rundown, but
Derek didn't break stride, didn't slow down, just took off and got in there. We've kind of talked about his speed all year. That ball going to get a piece of Gonzalez, going to hit off home plate and hit him in the helmet. Yeah, have to check the baseball. Gets tough.
He would probably tell you the same thing.
I don't think he would. Just to get him to talk's the hard part. Young man I had a chance to coach over the summer, and looking forward to coaching him this summer as well. And that pitch can be hit hard in the right field. Ball will get down. They're going to wave at Hernandez all the way home. And this right fielder kind of tripped. Gonzalez going to try to get into second base, but not going to get there. So a run will score. Trojans will take the lead. Kind of weird play there from the right fielder. It looked like he tripped.
Designated hitter number 22, Damian Sanchez.
Yeah, it looked like he maybe got caught up in the turf as well. Made that throw, and it was really awkward with his foot all tripped up there.
First pitch in there called strike. Still working on his shoe out there.
Sanchez the next batter. Base is empty, 2 down.
0-1 gonna miss for ball one. Yeah, Coach Cordillo not holding up the runner. Looked like he kind of thought about it there, Jake. And with that speed, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Was going to have to make a perfect throw to try and get him, and opted to take his chances.
1-1 pitch can be swung on a miss for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Trojans with a 2-1 lead. The pitch from Good. Fastball going to miss just outside for ball 2. That pitch going to miss outside for ball 3.
Had a question on the chat, Justin. Sorry guys, we hadn't checked the chat. Sorry about that. Cynthia Moreno checking in, and Jonathan Rodriguez asking if the playoff chances are over, and I'm assuming as that pitch is going to be hit out to left field. The left fielder Pacheco makes the grab 3 away, and we'll finish that conversation when we come back. For the Moody Trojans, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and there was no one left on base. Last Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you. New pitcher on the mound for the Moody Trojans, and that's going to be number 3, Roman Rodriguez. So Roman Rodriguez will come in to throw for Moody. Let's get you some numbers on Roman, and then we'll talk about the playoff scenario. Roman Rodriguez, he is 0-1 on the season, 1 start, 6 appearances. Most of his work has been done in relief. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 1 run, or rather 2 runs, 1 earned on 4 hits, 5 walks, and 11 strikeouts. A 1.05 ERA for Roman Rodriguez. He is a junior right-hander for Moody. So to answer your question, Jonathan Rodriguez, really no scenario where the Trojans could find themselves in a playoff spot. So
had to win that last ball game to keep their chances alive, and the loss to the Flower Bluff Hornets, and
yeah, the
pretty much eliminated them from playoff contention. So
the best that they could do is tie the Flower Bluff Hornets if the Hornets were to lose both of their ball games, and even that wouldn't be enough. Someone else could pass the Flower Bluff Hornets at that point, or pass both of them at that point. But even if they did not, they would lose the tiebreaker with the Hornets. So just no scenario where the Trojans could make the playoffs at this point. So at this this ball game, their last 3 games, just playing for, like Justin
pride.
said, for pride, number one, and perhaps a little momentum going into next season. So due up for the Warriors, 4, 5, and 6 in the order, Matus, Solis, and Canales, and it's going to be Colton Matus leading things off. And Matus looks at ball 1. He is 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first inning. So 0 for 1. First time facing Rodriguez. Roman from the windup, and he delivers low and outside, 2-0. Imagine that the Trojans will see this young man on the mound a little bit more next season, Justin.
No, definitely. Roman just a junior, so
3-0 the count.
Trojans will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starters coming back. Technically 6 if you count Richie Roman as well. So
there's a strike. 3-1.
We'll talk about that as we get later. After this game, we can talk a little more about the future, but right now, I'm going to try to enjoy these games, enjoy watching both these teams. Me and Jake talk about it all the time. It feels like some of these guys been in high school forever. We see them, especially Jake. Myself, I was coaching, but Jake's been doing this for a long time, and you kind of see these groups come and go, and it's never easy.
That pitch is going to miss outside for ball 4.
People always told me as you get older, time goes by faster, and I said, nah, whatever.
Catcher number
Now I'm getting older, and man, it flies. And
Brendan Solis to the plate. I remember, Justin, so our 5th year that we were calling games. So two years ago, this is our 7th year calling games. So 2 years ago, it was our 4th full year. So the very first time we did it, we did playoffs only, and then we did a full. That was our first full season. Was really in year 2, but anyways, in year 4, there was a group of young men who, and as a matter of fact, a lot of those young men had played in the Little League World Series.
Yeah.
And they had started as freshmen on teams around the area. And so I remember that year specifically. It was year 5 for Blast Vision, and it felt like the pitch misses low and outside, 2-0. It felt like we were graduating too. I don't know how to describe it, but
for sure. I know exactly what you mean.
you'd watch those kids since freshman year, and this was their senior year, and it was a very emotional to watch some of these teams in their final ball games, and seeing the seniors from that year, because that was it. We weren't going to get to see them anymore, and now every year feels that way, because now at this point, all these kids, senior year, we've seen them since either freshman or sophomore year, most of them, and it gets emotional this time of the year. It does.
For sure. this specific group of seniors at Moody High School they were my first group of kids that I got when I got to Moody as a coach. So now to see them playing their last 3 games, it's going to be hard for me.
Up and in with the pitch, so 4-pitch walk. So back-to-back walks, first and second, and Coach Cantu.
Yeah, just touch a little more on that, Jake. I mean, you see guys throughout. As myself, I get to coach summer ball, and I have guys from every school in Corpus. So it's just it's weird how it just kind of circles around, and then it's like, all right, next, who's next? Like,
yeah,
it's tough because you build relationships with these young men, and
and that's the word right there, relationships. That's, I know, with us and even, myself partnered with Matt Rogers in 361 HS Blast. It was one of the first things that Matt told me when we talked about starting 361hsblast.com. He said, I want this to be about building relationships. I want us to build relationships with kids and coaches, and that's what I want this to be about. And
yeah, we do interviews. We go to their practices. Some of the guys you get to meet, and you never had any prior relationship with them at all, and now when they see you and they're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, remember me from the interview? And blah, blah,
absolutely,
and it's cool. It's a cool thing. So
Arnold Canal is at the plate for the West Warriors, and I'm not sure.
I'm part telling Omar signs to take a couple steps back. Looks like,
or John Everett thought he was pointing at him. He kind of put his hands up like, what? And that one is going to be ripped but foul. So first and second, the Trojans will play the corners in, middle infielders back. Got Solis at first, Matus at second, Canales at the plate, and Canales 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That was against Escobedo. Spins towards second, no throw. Yeah, we've come to know that the coaches around the area really well, and it's just fun. Doing what we do it's fun without a doubt. Showing bunt, stabs at it, and it is an 0-2 count.
yeah, you go and we do the interviews, but you talk to these coaches, these players off the camera, and
oh yeah,
you get to know like who they are and
absolutely
kind of how they carry themselves and how they practice, and that is neat.
Swing and a miss.
Nobody else, I would say, besides maybe the guys that do the news and caller times and stuff, they don't get the opportunity that outside of coaches to get to see these young guys in that environment. A lot of times you come and you see them at Cabinets, you see them at Whataburger Field, and that's it. And you think that's all it is, but there's a lot more that goes into it.
And it's surprising how similar, of course everybody's coaching style is different and their strategies are different, but the one thing that stays the same across the board is that same word that you just said, relationships. You talk to these coaches and they talk about building relationships with kids, and you see the successful programs, and that's what they do. That's what they do. They know their kids, and it's fun to watch, man. It's just we are super lucky, and every year, we when the season starts, it reminds me of how lucky we are to see good baseball every time we come out. There's a strike, 1-1. But doing those pregame shows this year was really, really cool, and as it is, like you said, we talk to the coaches before the games, but being able to go out to practice and really, there's a lot of off-camera talk that we do before the interviews, and the coaches around here just,
they welcome us.
They're very appreciative. Yeah, they welcome us in like like family.
Out to Flower Bluff, they were already had. Hey, you come here. Y'all set up here. Like that's stuff that we do appreciate.
Pitch is going to be fouled off, so that'll even up the count at 2-2 on Braden Good. Yeah, that is the one thing.
Even have coaches. Sorry to cut you off, but even have coaches after games, kind of waving us off, like, hey, have a good night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff like that. That's stuff that we remember.
Or they come up and they joke with you. They bring up the lineup and they're joking, and yeah, that's good stuff, man. And we appreciate them, just as much, if not more, than they appreciate us. And so that's the one thing we don't get to say enough of is thank you to all of the coaches for welcoming us in every single year. We appreciate that. 2-2 pitch popped up, foul territory coming over. Escamilla is going to make the grab. Roman Rodriguez, 2 big outs right there after 2 back-to-back walks to start the inning.
Hitter number 26, Colby Wazashek.
That was not an easy play to make as a catcher. You got Josh Gonzalez bearing down on you, and Escamilla just focusing, keeping his focus and making that play. We've seen him make a couple good plays this year on those pop flies. Saw one at Waterburger Field, almost dove into the net.
Did dive into the net.
It was cool to watch. And
so 2 down now for Kobe Wazachek, and the first pitch in there for a strike.
Looked like he's starting to get in a little bit of a groove now.
Yeah,
I think
Rodriguez.
it's tough to be a reliever. As your starting pitcher, you kind of have your own tempo, your own warm up, your own everything. And as a reliever, you kind of just get warmed up. Let's go.
Heard Escamilla there saying, "Step off, step off."
Remember one time they asked me to come in. I hadn't even thrown a baseball. And the tournament coach said, "Don't throw. You're going to throw the next game if we make it." And so I said, all right. I took it as he didn't want me to throw at all. Played first base. Had to come in and record the last out. And tell you what, my arm never been the same. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's things you could do. Now I have to warm up for about 2 hours to be able to throw a baseball now. Gotta put some Bengay on.
Oh man.
No, I'm not that old yet.
I remember way after high school, and I want to say, man, I don't know if it was, I don't remember who we were playing for, but runner on the move, fouled off at the plate.
Double foul ball there.
I don't remember who I was playing for, or if it was maybe a work league or whatever, but we were playing softball, and my buddy would have to, before the game, just literally rub in, at the time it was icy hot.
Icy hot, yeah.
Icy hot, and I smelled real nice throughout the whole game, but it's the only way I could throw. Strike 3, actually, might have been a check swing gone too far, but it is a strikeout for Roman Rodriguez. What a job he did, Justin. Walks the first 2 batters and then 3 outs in a row to get himself out of the jam. So for the Warriors, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning when we come back. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Stable Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Stable Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales for the call in this one. First game of our doubleheader. Moody Trojans hosting the West Warriors. Trojans with a 2-1 lead. And it looks like the King Mustangs just arrived. They will be the visiting team in the nightcap against the Ray Texans.
Coach Barrera, they're all showing up in shorts. That's something you don't see often. But even had the coach in his shorts too. So first pitch called strike. If you're gonna do something, everybody's gonna do it all the same. So
No more signs at the plate, so 5, 6, 7 due up for the Trojans.
that 0-1 pitch gonna be fouled back for strike 2. Another thing you see different from different schools, Jake. Some teams like Veterans Memorial, they get here 2 hours before their game. They just have a little routine they like to do, and some teams show up 30 minutes before. And oh, 2 pitch gonna miss outside for ball 1. We got a pretty good view. Got a pretty good softball game going on over there between Vets and West. Looks like it's 5-3. Vets is up. Omar Sign's gonna swing and miss at that one. Gonna get to first.
So reaches on the strikeout pass ball. Pass ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Left fielder number 23, James Morales.
That was something new on Game Changer I hadn't done yet.
There you go. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, James Morales.
First pitch gonna miss down for ball 1. I knew it was on there somewhere. I guess I was just missing over it. 1-0 pitch gonna miss inside for ball 2.
Game Changer's gotten a lot better over the years. In the beginning, there were some scenarios where you couldn't find how to score it correctly, but they've gotten a lot better.
As have I.
Yeah.
It's tough at first.
Agree.
2-0 pitch gonna miss in the dirt for ball 3.
You got on pretty quick.
Yes, I mean, they make it as easy as possible. I see kids in the dugout that help out, and
they're doing it.
Yeah, they're doing it. So
you're like, man,
they can
I gotta be able to do this.
3-0 pitch can be in there, called strike 1.
I remember before the Game Changer, before UIL used the Game Changer, you used to use it was called Point Streak. And that's how we used to do it. Fouled off at the plate, full count.
So one day when I was working there at Moody, I want to say we had like an 8 o'clock game, so we had a lot of time hanging out in the locker room, and we had like a little back office where some coaches would hang out. And I opened up a drawer and found a bunch of lineup scoring, like scorebooks and scoring, and it was pretty cool. I saw some of my old games. That Spadala's going to hit one up the middle. Center fielder going to bobble it just a little bit. It's going to allow Signs to get all the way to third. So it'll be a single there for Perales. That'll bring up.
That's going to bring up John Everett, the right fielder. First and third, nobody out. 2-1 Trojan lead. Looking to extend that lead here in the bottom of the fourth.
Going back to, I found those scoring books, and I literally went through each one from my sophomore year all the way to my senior year, and like as I was reading it, I remembered every single like at bat, and
yeah,
teammates at bats, and it was nuts.
I bet that's pretty cool.
You can ask my wife. I can't even remember something she has to
you
me
gotta
2
bring
hours
home.
before, so it's crazy how that works.
It's kind of like music. Music does that to you too. It'll take you back to a place, and you can remember some stuff. But definitely sports does that to people. I saw something really interesting as we got a break in the action here. Cindy and I were talking about it, and it had to do with music. And they showed this lady. She was a very elderly lady sitting in a wheelchair, and it looked like she had problems with her hands, and she was kind of curled up, her hands, and they turned on the music to Black Swan, and she was a prima ballerina. So side by side they showed her back in the day dancing, and this lady just started doing all of the moves, Justin, just listening to the music, and you could tell that she had Alzheimer's, but the music took her back. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And sports, I believe, in my heart, just knowing the same thing happens to me. You can remember this. I don't know. There's something different about sports that can take you back too.
That first pitch gonna miss inside. Second pitch gonna be grounded to the second baseman. They're gonna roll a double play, but a run will score. I believe that does not count as an RBI. If I'm not mistaken. But
yeah, not on a double play. And Game Changer will do all that for you actually.
So that'll bring up Chris Escamilla. First pitch in there called strike one. So Trojans take a 3-1 lead.
Frank Speda hitting us up on the chat, and this is something that I did know. They kind of wanted to keep it under wraps for a while, but I guess it's out now, so we can go ahead and say that as well. But this is the last year for head coach Manuel Alvarado with the West Warriors, so certainly want to wish him well in his retirement. And
yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. I got to play against him when I was in high school.
And he's the only coach the West Warriors have ever had, only head baseball coach they've ever had. So they will have a new coach next season as that pitch misses outside for ball 3.
Got to say congratulations to Coach Alvarado.
And
get to see him in football as well. We've seen him.
Yes.
He's a football coach as well. So
let me get you his.
We did Blast Vision. We actually called football games a couple years ago.
A couple years
Boys
back.
Gave out right there. Something that we didn't have any idea how it was going to go, but I thought it went pretty well.
I think we did all right.
They did not ask us back for the next year, but
it's not true.
Just kidding.
That is not true.
That pitch came in for ball 4. Rio Sports, they took over the football game, so
yeah.
Third baseman number 9.
But we were just as involved with 361 HS Blast.
First base number 4, Isaac Vidal.
I would always look down to the sidelines, and there's Jake walking up and down, and Matt Rogers on the other side walking up and down, and Stu Duncan in the stands typing and not even looking at the game but typing what's going on.
And
so.
he still knew what was going on. He still knew what was going on. I believe he's going to be out at that Flower Bluff Carroll game this season.
It amazes me to see that guy type as fast as he types and doesn't miss a single play of the game that's going on.
And he does it two-finger style, old school style. You know, it's pretty amazing. The West Warriors got someone headed to the bullpen as Gonzalez fouls off that pitch. So 1-1 count on Josh Gonzalez.
He has his laptop folded, almost like he can't even see the screen. He's just typing away.
So he does it. Yeah, he does. It's crazy.
Get some time to go check out Stu Duncan's pieces along with everybody else's on 361 HS Blast. There's some good stuff in there.
Let's see who went to go and warm up over there. That was number 27, Orsak.
That ball's going to be hit up in the air, left center. Ball's going to one-hop the wall. Vidal going to come all the way around to score, and it'll be an RBI double.
So an RBI double from the 9-hole hitter.
Josh Gonzalez there.
Center fielder number 8, AJ Hernandez.
So it is a 4-1 Moody lead. AJ Hernandez to the plate. So Coach Alvarado, a graduate of Sul Ross. He graduated from there in 1993. And he's been a head coach for 12 years, 10 of those with the West Warriors. And his overall record, not including this season, coming into this season was 169 wins, 156 losses, and 5 ties. At Victoria West, his record coming into this season, 126 wins, 127 losses, and 4 ties.
That ball is going to be popped up to left fielder Pacheco. He is going to make the play for out number 3.
So that'll do it for the Moody Trojans here in the bottom of the 4th. After 4 innings of play, our score is 4-1 For the Trojans, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. Blasky, Bazell, and DeLeo due up for the Warriors. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you in this one. Game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight. The Moody Trojans hosting the Victoria West Warriors. And we were talking about the West Warriors and Coach Alvarado retiring after the season. Let me see if I can pull up the having a little bit of issues with the internet for some reason today, kind of weird. So it's coming up kind of slow, but I wanted to see how many games the West Warriors have left. I believe this is the last game that we'll be doing for the West Warriors this season, but I'll see if I can get that to come up here. First pitch to the batter, Tyler Blasky, is a ball. So 1-0 the count. There's a strike, 1-1. Blasky, so it's 9-1-2 due up. Blasky's 0 for 1, struck out in the third. And there's ball 2, so 2-1 the count. Roman Rodriguez back out on the mound. Let's get you the final line for Jojo Escobedo, as Roman Rodriguez took over in relief last inning. So Jojo, 3 innings pitched, 1 run unearned on 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for Jojo. And Jojo, I believe, in line for the win. Actually, no. Hit over to the shortstop. Gonzalez in the 5-6 hole, and Blasky with hustle single right there.
Don't even think a good throw would have got him there.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So an infield single for the young man. And the game changer acting up once again. So Blake Bazell to the plate. Add another pitch there. Unofficial for Rodriguez, 27, unofficial. So can you see it, Justin?
Looks like it says 27 as well, so
we might be official.
We're officially unofficial.
Always. And actually, Jojo would be in line for the win. He was the pitcher of record when the Trojans took the lead 2-1. So he can win the ball game. He cannot lose it. First pitch in there for a strike. Bazell, the leadoff man. And he is 0 for 2. Popped up in foul territory in the first inning and then reached on a fielder's choice and scored. That one is going to be hit out to right field, and Everett will make the play, so 1 away.
Number 18,
Orlando DeLeo to the plate.
RBI singles last time up.
Drove in the only run of the ball game so far for the West Warriors. He's 1 for 2, grounded out in the first, and that RBI single in the third. Takes a strike. on the outer half right there. 0-1 to count. Ground ball to the shortstop. Flips to second for one, over to first. Oh, in and out of the glove of Signs over there at first base. But they will force the runner at second, 2 away.
Nice play from Gonzalez right there to even make it close. Talk about the
Third baseman number 12.
chemistry between those two.
So runner at first base with 2 out for Blaine Zeppelin. And Zeppelin, he's 0 for 1, walked in the first and lined out and just over the glove of Josh Gonzalez, the third baseman. Another line drive, but that one is going to land in left field for a base hit. So first and second, 2 away for Colton Matus. First pitch misses up to Matus. He's 0 for 1, struck out in the first, walked in the fourth. First and second here with 2 outs in the top of the fifth. 4-1 Trojan lead. Rodriguez comes set at the belt. A double look over to second, and that one is going to be into the glove of Aiden Gonzalez. A leaping grab for the shortstop, and that will do it for the Warriors. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on. Hernandez, Gonzalez, and Sanchez due up for Moody in the bottom of the fifth. They have a 4-1 lead. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Pedales with the call for you. Game 1 of our doubleheader here from Cabinets Field. Moody Trojans hosting the Victoria West Warriors, and the Trojans with a 4-1 lead. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Moody. Hernandez, Gonzalez, and Sanchez here in the bottom of the fifth. And Braden Good back out on the mound for the Warriors. And this is not our final West Warrior game that we're going to do. I looked at the schedule, and we've got them in their final ball game of the season on next Friday. And that's going to be against, I believe it is, let's see. Let's scroll it down here. Against the Veterans Memorial Eagles. Rudy Trevino will have that ball game on Friday. That pitch, first pitch to Hernandez in there for a strike. Fouled off. 0-2. So an 0-2 count here on Derek Hernandez. Good delivers a ball. 1-2. Swing and a miss. So Hernandez retired for out number 1. It's going to bring up Aiden Gonzalez.
Shortstop number 21, Aiden Gonzalez.
So Gonzalez will dig in here. And that pitch is going to miss low. 1-0 the count. And Aiden 1 for 2. Grounded out in the first. Singled in the 3rd inning. I believe that was an RBI single. Yes, it was. So an RBI single for Aiden Gonzalez. 2-0 the count. There's a strike. 2-1. That one misses low. So 3 balls and a strike for Gonzalez. That one's going to be popped up. Left center. Coming over DeLeo, the center fielder, and he'll squeeze it 2 away. So with 2 down, bases empty, that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Damian Sanchez. Sanchez bats for the pitcher, Roman Rodriguez. Sanchez 0 for 2 in the ball game. A strikeout in the first, a fly out in the 3rd. And he looks at ball 1. Good shakes off the sign. Now he's got one he likes. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. And that one is going to be lifted into center field, slicing towards left. And DeLeo again is there. 3 away. So for the Trojans here in the bottom of the 5th, no runs, hits, or errors. No one left on base. After 5 innings of play, 4-1 Moody. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales. We played 5 innings of baseball here in the first ball game, and the Trojans with a 4-1 lead here in the top of the 6th. 5, 6, 7 due up for the West Warriors. Solis, Canales, and Good.
If you're one of our every game listeners, I know y'all. We talked about me finding a coral snake. I believe it was a week ago.
2 in back-to-back nights.
2, and then just got a call that there was another one. So
Justin Perales and the Coral Snake Farm.
Yeah, that's.
Not.
Oh man, it's poor wife at home by herself right now. Luckily, got some good neighbors, so.
Yes, you do. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, and that pitch is going to be fouled off, first base side. So 0-2 the count on Brendan Solis. Roman Rodriguez back out on the mound. This is his third inning of work in relief. Solis is no official at bat. He's walked twice. He looks at a ball low, so 1-2 the count. Solis going to call timeout. Roman Rodriguez, the junior right-hander. He delivers the pitch low and outside, 2-2. I know you mentioned before the ball game we did not see him. He is normally patrolling left field and thought perhaps he would pitch today, and sure enough, comes in relief. 2-2 pitch. Just missing with the pitch. Full count. Again, Solis will call timeout. I don't think Rodriguez appreciated that too much.
A little cat and mouse.
Yeah.
Kind of getting the pitcher out of his groove.
Comes a 3-2 pitch, kind of a check swing, and he fouls it off first base side. We'll do it again at 3-2. Yeah, you might have to get someone out there, a snake wrangler or somebody. Figure something out in your backyard.
Steve Irwin's son's available. Fly him down here.
3-2 pitch. Chopped over the head of Rodriguez, fielded by Hernandez. A throw.
Nice play
A
there.
one hopper over two signs.
Using the turf as your friend.
One away. So one down, base is empty for Arnold Canales. Warriors second baseman. Canales struck out in the second, struck out in the fourth, so he's 0 for 2. And Rodriguez starts him off with a strike. Yeah, the adventure continues, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Might have to just move out.
I'm sure your wife is already looking for another house.
Yeah,
she's not having a good time. I know that.
Kind of feel bad for the dogs. They just were able to start going outside with us there, but
yeah.
I mean, they'll still do the same, but it's just makes it very uncomfortable. The dogs don't care. They just go out there and have fun, try to have fun, but for me and my wife, it's definitely
having to go out there and check and make sure everything's good, and can't just let them go out. One and two to count.
Crazy to think that we should let them out there for 30, 40 minutes at a time, and now it can't even be a minute or two out there by themselves.
Yeah, there's got to be something going on. You got to get it figured out, man.
2020, 2021, it's been a crazy year. Crazy years.
Swing and a miss. So Canales goes down swinging for out number 2.
Not surprised anymore with anything that goes on.
2 down for the pitcher, Braden Good.
Just think about it, Jake. 5-6 months ago, we were hoping we were going to have baseball season, and I mean, we're happy to get to this point, but still a lot more baseball left to be played for some teams around this area. So
yeah, we were talking about football workouts getting started next week, and I'm not ready to let go of baseball just yet. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss.
we will be. Well, we'll try our hardest to follow these teams around this area and hopefully bring you some good big ball games. And I know I'm excited.
Playoff baseball, man. It's
be my first time calling games for a playoff game.
He's going to have to make a quick throw, and the throw gets away. Headed to second base. Everett's going to fire over to second. Close play over there, but safe. Safe is the call. So Roman Rodriguez having to field it over there and had to make the throw kind of around the runner. And the throw, was not a good one, and Sign's unable to get to it.
Bang bang at second though. Good throw from Everett.
So good at second base with 2 outs for Kobe Wozicek. So Wozicek singled in the 3rd inning, struck out in the 4th, so he's 1 for 2.
So just like 361 predicted, Christmas colors out here tonight for the second ball game. Got red on one side, green on the other side. I believe it was on one of their polls, one of 361 HS Blast polls, that they're got the green and red.
You know what?
Whoever does that, it's real creative.
Playoff baseball is Christmas in the summer.
We got some teams that we feel that can go the distance this year, Jake. 5A, 4A, 3A.
Yeah, tons of good baseball. And we say that all the time, but man, tons of good baseball around this area, and a lot of teams with some chances to make some deep playoff runs, or perhaps, like you said, go all the way. And once it comes playoff time, man, anything can happen. I remember that one is going to be hit out to center field, going back, AJ Hernandez, and it is going to go over the center field wall for ground rule double, and Wozicek drives in good and cuts the lead in half, 4-2. Again, some 2-out hitting for the West Warriors. So trading places out there
here.
And let's see who they'll send out for the 9-hole hitter, Blasky. See if we can get a number on the young man. See if he'll give us a turn.
It looks like.
So number 2.
Sounds like people are saying Adam. So Adam Diaz.
Now hitting for West, number 2, Adam Diaz.
So Diaz will hit in the 9-hole. Blasky had a base hit his last time up. He was 1 for 2, but Diaz will get a look here. Runner at second base, 2 outs. And Rodriguez misses up with the first pitch, 1-0. Yeah, right now we don't know how the playoff scenario is going to set up. I mean, you never know. They got to do the coin flips. They got to do all that business. And so 1-0 pitch, grounded to the second baseman Hernandez. The throw over to first is in time, and they'll retire Diaz for out number 3. So for the Warriors, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on. It is 4-2 Moody as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Last Vision live from Cabinets Field.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Stable Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Stable Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast table, booths, stands. Double J on the call.
We're talking about the West Warriors and the games that they have left. So for the West Warriors, on Tuesday, they'll be at home against the Carroll Tigers. And on Friday, next Friday, they will have their final ball game against the the Veterans Memorial Eagles here at Cabinets Field, and Rudy Trevino will be in town, and he will have that doubleheader from right here from Cabinets Field. So we will have the Warriors' final ball game. So we'll get the Warriors one more time on Blast Vision. Here in the bottom of the sixth, 5, 6, 7 due up for Moody. Nice sleeping grab by Canales, the second baseman. So one pitch, one out.
Jumped, timed it perfectly.
So with one away and the bases empty, Trojans will send up their left fielder, James Perales. Perales wearing the traditional number 23.
It's a good number. Gotta thank my parents. Gotta feel good having 4 kids. 4 kids play ball and all 4 wearing number 23. Something cool. Not even sure how that started. I know who started it, but
that
I
was
didn't
going to
know
be my
where it
next
started.
question. How did that start?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you, but not a number my dad wore or anything like that. But
What number did your dad wear?
he was number 6.
Yeah. So 4-pitch walk to Perales. He's at first base, and John Everett, the next batter. Saw something pretty cool.
14, Jonathan Everett.
You have a pinch runner and a new pitcher, looks like.
Looks like Christian Rodriguez.
Looks like Isaac Vidal.
Isaac Vidal. And that is going to be it for good. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you some pitching change info. Blast Vision Live, Cabinets Field. Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Autotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth.
So good, so good.
Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales.
Neil Diamond.
A little Neil Diamond
Jake's
to bring
favorite
back.
artist of all time.
Oh my gosh.
Favorite song of all time. If you know anything about Jake,
You know that is absolutely not true.
He is a Yankees fan. I haven't really heard much from him this year, but
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
But we've been busy with Blast
Yeah,
Vision.
a lot of baseball left. I'm still confident though. Figure something out. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll
If
see.
you're an Astros fan like myself, you're not.
You're hoping they
can't feel
never
too
figure it out.
Can't feel too confident either, so
Yeah.
kind of
Hoping they'll-
had a good start and kind of back and forth. Lost a lot of games in a row, but got it back together last night. So people that play baseball or they've been around baseball know sometimes it just takes one game and one at bat, one swing to get you going again. Yes.
Yeah,
Took the
our
shades off,
favorite,
Jake.
our favorite team's not doing so hot to start the season.
Can say the same for all my favorite teams.
So the new pitcher is Dawson Orsak. So he will take over on the mound. Vidal, the pinch runner at first base. Everett, the batter. And the first pitch is going to miss for ball one. Saw something cool the other night. That's what I was starting to say before the whole pitching change happened. Runner on the move, throw down to second base. Actually goes off the base, or I think it bounced off the base. So a stolen bag for Vidal. Called the play was a ball, so 2-0 the count. I saw a video of your nephew. And I know at this point you had to have seen it, but it was super cool. Your brother just happened to catch him. He was sitting at the kitchen table eating dinner. Ground ball to the third baseman, kind of off the third baseman, and he recovers in time. So Zeppelin to Matus over at first base in time.
Gonna have a pinch hitter here, Jake. Before I let you finish that thought, it'll be Pito Soto, young man. Haven't heard his name very much here lately, but getting in at bat.
And he will be a big part of this ball club in the next couple of years.
26, Jadel Soto.
So Jadiel Soto, or Pito, as he is nicknamed. But your nephew, your brother was watching a baseball game, and it might have been the Astros. He's watching the game, and your nephew, who is, how old is he?
He is 4 years old.
4 years old, had a bat in his hand, and he was standing there, and every time the pitcher would throw a pitch, he was taking a hack.
Yeah,
It was super cool, man.
They eat, sleep, everything baseball. Kind of like how me and my brothers were. It was something that's never been forced on. It was never forced on any of us, and it's
So
just something that I guess
you
you're
just
born
gotta
with it.
you
I
love
guess.
it, you know, and that right there, I mean, you know what I mean. You don't teach that. I mean,
I know a lot of people.
In there for strike two.
A lot of people with great baseball players themselves, but then they have kids or stuff like that, and then they just don't have an interest in it because they kind of feel like it's forced, and it hasn't been forced on us. And like I said, my nephews they just love it. They can't get enough of it.
1-2 pitch, scorched foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Mike and Perales.
It was baseball name.
It was, yeah.
Mike and Easton.
And Easton.
Two baseball names. They love baseball and they love the rodeo. So, go figure.
Well, they have a good one there in Houston, rodeo that is. So.
Oh, they love it. They go every year. Little buckaroos.
Called strike three, gonna have to make the throw down to first base, and they do in time to retire Soto for out number 3. So for the Trojans, no runs, hits, or errors. One man left on base. After 5 or 6 innings of play, rather, it is a 4-2 Moody lead. Last chance for the Warriors as we head to the top of the 7th. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
.361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Welcome back to Sable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales. As we head to the top of the 7th inning in this one, the Trojans with a 4-2 lead. Top of the order for the West Warriors, Bazell, DeLeo, and Zeppelin. Scheduled batters here in the top of the 7th, trailing 4-2. Rodriguez back out on the mound. First pitch swinging for Bazell, and he fouls that one off third base side.
Haven't given him -5 in a while, but since coach is retiring this year, I'll give him a break. Got a smile on his face too, so I'll give him a break on that. It was a tough play.
Made the attempt over there. Tried to play it on the hop. 0-1 pitch, here it comes. Yeah,
Gotta think he's gonna enjoy these last games. You pour so much into it emotionally, and you're away from your family and your wife and kids and all that stuff. So, my former coach and colleague, Mr. Richard Diaz,
was about to just say that.
I mean, probably like 95 years old and finally retired, and it's good to see him still out there doing things.
And I know he listens and he watches. So if you're watching, Coach Diaz, a shout out to you. I hope you're enjoying your retirement.
Let me know if I think I might have left some years off. So
2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be lined into center field for a base hit. Hard turnover at first base, but he's going to get back. So a leadoff single for Bazell. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Orlando DeLeo. So DeLeo, who is 1 for 3 in the ball game, will dig in here against Rodriguez. First pitch, ground ball through the left side. So back-to-back singles. Perales gets it in quickly. First and second, nobody out.
Coach Gudillo going to call timeout. Looks like he's going to make the change here. So I believe that's Marley Bernal warming up. The only kid you can see from over here.
Pretty tall kid.
And there he comes with all his arms and legs.
So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will be right back. Blast Vision Live from Cabinets Field.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Pedales with the call. Just checking the chat, Justin, and Frank Cepeda checking in, said that the Gregory Portland Wildcats have a 2-0 lead over the East Titans in the top of the second. Tim Escamilla checking in as well, said Coach Diaz's jokes were the best.
I hope so.
And Miss Christy Ward checking in as well. Thank you guys so much for hitting us up on the chat and giving us some feedback. And
Carroll, over in Flower Bluff, the Carroll Tigers with a 2-1 lead in the top of the second inning over the Flower Bluff Hornets. So
we mentioned in that ball game, the Carroll Tigers, they need a win. A win does not guarantee them a spot, but a win and a Ray victory over the King Mustangs would. But a loss to the Flower Bluff Hornets would eliminate the Carroll Tigers. So big game for the Tigers tonight. And who are the pitchers? Are they who we thought
looks
they would be?
Bailey Jones and I don't have the other pitcher. We'll get that to you once he comes up. I don't
see if we can. Oh, okay.
Don't have it set up. Jake might have that.
Yeah, I'll try and see if I can get it.
Cheap. I don't want to spend money on that. Just kidding.
Blaine Zeppelin at the plate. Runners at first and second, nobody out.
I got the basic package with Game Changer. Just get scores.
First pitch from Bernal misses up and in. As we mentioned, Marley Bernal taking over on the mound.
The guy that you would normally see in this closer type role, Christian Rodriguez, started against the Flower Bluff Hornets the other night, so unavailable today.
And the 1-0 pitch is going to miss outside, 2-0. Swing and a miss. It was a big hack right there by Zeppelin. Blaine Zeppelin trying to put the Warriors on top with that swing. But it's a 2-1 count. That one is going to be driven out to center field. Hernandez is there, makes the grab. Tagging is Bazell, and he will reach third base. And DeLeo stays put at first. So first and third with one out. Colton Matus to the plate.
First baseman number 21, Colton Matus.
I think Coach Grillo might try to appeal that. Maybe not.
So Trojans looking for a ground ball double play right here. Get themselves out of the inning and end this ball game. The Warriors trying to, at the very least, tie it up. And Bernal delivers up 1-0. Trojans not worried about that runner at third base. They're worried about the man at first. He's the tying run. That's Orlando DeLeo.
Could hear the coaches yelling automatically, hit your cutoff. Keep that runner at first.
Bernal delivers outside, 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like it is Nick Matrides on the mound. So Nick Matrides and Bailey Jones going at it.
That's what we thought it would be. The 2-0 pitch misses up. So 3-0 the count to Matus.
At this point, you pretty much know who's who on their staff. It was a little tough though with those games being so close to each other last week. Had a couple surprise pitchers. Guys didn't get to throw as much in regular season games.
Third to first move. So a 3-0 count to Matus. There's a strike. Don't want to give in to Matus here, but you also, don't want to put the tying run in scoring position either. So Full count. Strike 3 called. Big strikeout there for Bernal. Comes all the way back from 3-0 to strike him out.
Hitting the same spot almost 3 times in a row. He has been calling it all ball game.
So now 2 down. Brendan Solis will dig in.
I wonder if he'll step out here. He's done it 3 times. Right before the pitcher throws.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice grab right there by Escamilla with the backhand.
Like a first baseman over there.
1-0 the count. Ground ball off the foot of, and that might have actually helped him out, as that one looked like it was tagged for center field. Instead, it goes off the foot of Bernal and right to Aiden Gonzalez. He'll step on second to retire Solis for the final out, and that is the ball game. Moody Trojans take the win. 4-2 is the final in this one, and I'm going to ask that everyone empty the stadium here. We're going to do a post game. We'll see if we can talk with Coach Curiel. We'll select a player of the game. Let's get you some final totals real quick before we take a quick break. So for the West Warriors, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. For the Trojans, 4 runs on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors. The win goes to Jojo Escobedo. 3 innings pitched, 1 run unearned on 2 hits, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. The loss goes to Braden Good. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 4 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits, and 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. So you guys hang tight. Like I said, we're going to pick a player of the game, and we'll talk with Coach Curiel. Hang tight. Blast Vision Live from Cabinets Field. Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. And this is our Z-Bart post-game show, and I have head coach Joe Curiel on the mic with me. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. And, Coach, I know bittersweet at this point, but you know, these guys haven't quit, and I know that that's something that's important for you guys, and we talked about it, Justin and I, kind of building momentum for next season perhaps, and right now just playing for pride. And just tell me, how proud are you of these young men and after this ball game?
You know, it's like I tell them day in and day out, we got to play with heart. We got to play out there and go out there day in and day out. And, no matter what the circumstances now, we just got to play and finish out to our best of our ability. Like I said, I'm very proud of these young men. I mean, we're not quitting. These kids are fighters. They're going to get after it. So I'm really proud of our pitching staff today. You know, they did a good job throwing strikes, and our defense made some plays. So, yeah, great pitch ball game.
And we saw a couple of guys that I know are going to be big for you next season. We saw Roman Rodriguez and Marley Bernal, and talk about those young men real quick, Coach, if you would.
Yeah, definitely. We had JoJo started off, as a senior, and he came in there all year, and we got him a start, and he did a hell of a job, and going in there and competing, throwing strikes, and of course you got Marley, Roman coming in the middle relief, and he felt good today, and he on his pitch commands and hitting his spots. That was the main thing. And of course, the defense played behind him. Of course, Marley. Marley's utility guy. All he plays all over. But the kids, he's like I told these guys to be ready today. They're going to come in and pitch 3 to 2 innings piece, and Marley came down and shut the door down and did a great job on that the big out with that. Is it the 4-hole hitter and stroke him out, but of course another big play assist from Marley to Aiden, so they're in the game. So that was great job from Marley.
And real quick, Coach, a couple of guys that are coming back for you as well, your middle infielders, and I could have picked either one of those guys as player of the game. We chose Aiden because we haven't had a chance to talk to Aiden. So we chose Aiden, but we could have picked either one, both of them driving in runs for you. And just talk about the importance of those two guys just staying locked in, even with all things considered, staying locked in.
Yes, definitely. And those guys, like I said, they've been playing since they were little, and now they're up together here in high school, playing up the middle, and it's a big difference how these kids they work together, they stay after practice together, hit extra, take ground balls, whatever they have to do to get better. And I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very proud of Aiden today. Did have a hell of a game.
Thank you, Coach. Once again, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. We appreciate you, Coach, and we'd love to talk to Aiden.
Thank you. You got it.
Head coach Joe Curiel, and we're going to try and get Aiden Gonzalez on with us here for a little post-game interview. We got the next ball game coming up. It's the Ray Texans and the King Mustangs, a big ball game for both of those ball clubs. And let's see if we can get Aiden over here by the – Aiden, if you can come out towards the Carroll Tiger. All right, there's good, Aiden. We can see you right there in the corner. All right, I've got our player of the game, Aiden Gonzalez, with me. Aiden, I was telling Coach Curiel, I could have selected you. I could have selected Derek. We hadn't had a chance to talk to you, so we picked you as our player of the game. And, Aiden, just talk to me about how important it is. At this point, I know you guys are playing for pride, and this is a matter of pride. You put on the blue and gold, and there's a lot of pride in that. But how important is it to go out on a good note, to go out strong?
Yeah, it's very important. We got to remember what we represent. We have our the Moody on the front and our last name on the back. So we can't just go out here and be playing around. So we still got to remember that we got to be playing.
And Aiden, you're one of the guys that's going to come back, and you're going to be a big piece in this ball club next season. And the guy that plays to your left, Derek Hernandez, you two guys are going to be two leaders on this team. So talk to me about your teammate Derek, and like I said, both of you guys driving in runs, and I see you guys putting in the work. After practice in the cages, we talked about that in the pregame. And talk to me about your teammate and what kind of a guy he's been all growing up.
Yeah, sir. Me and Derek been playing since we were like 6 years old, like on the same team. So we got a good chemistry going on. But he's a good kid. He's a hard worker, and he always puts the work in, and he's all around a good kid.
Hey, Aiden, again, congrats on the win, and thank you so much for talking with us. I know these guys are probably waiting on you over there, so we don't want to take too long. But I just want to say congratulations, and we can't wait to see a whole lot more of you guys coming up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Aiden Gonzalez, our player of the game. And that's going to wrap things up for this ball game, as we've got the next game coming up. It's the King Mustangs and the Ray Texans. The Mustangs will be the visiting team and the Ray Texans the home team. So we're going to go off the air for just a bit. We'll get everything reset, and then we'll be back for that ball game. It is game 2 of the night. And so you guys be sure to come back and join us, Blast Vision Live from Cabinets Field.